Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Global Channeling Practice. It is June 29th, 2023, and we are going to get started with some light language. And who would like to go first?
I'll go. Kuona hira tahu tuuira hishikuina ma ia takaira tashiana raka ia tuuira I tatoina na kai te tukuiru pu uho ya kahia tati nyuru tuira ta kai nyuru tu Ahiana chichuira paita kohiana nara tai takatuira na taktriu tutui Pachikiriana but you to Kuyana rata iti Kuriana atatia Hatukuyana pata Blessings, blessings. We are here. We are your team. We are here. Of course you are tired. Of course you are exhausted. Of course you need rest. You are raising your vibrations. You are next level. You are next level, next level, next level, next level. And these energies need to be acclimated into your body. And some of the shaking through of the body that you were experiencing, that each of you have been trying to, at least those on the trip to Scotland and Ireland, have been trying to acclimate these new energies as you have brought them with you from the various sites and locations that you traveled to and picked up and dropped off and picked up and dropped off. And so, yes, frankly, you were doing a lot of energy work, as is your contracted as you are contracted. These different energies are also being amplified right now by the upcoming full moon, as you have already intuited. The toning and the vibrations that we have transmitted are to help with those individuals who would be listening in the now, at their now, when they listen, to assist them with their new higher vibrational energies that are also coming in, and it will assist them to broaden themselves, to expand themselves, to enlighten themselves. And so we give you our peace and love. That's all I got. Namaste.
Namaste. I suppose I can go next. Tu sikahia tito daia sikahiti a hukua hia titi ya kotia ya tuku ya sikia yitu ko titi ya yitu kototo ya titi ya hasia uku ya tia hu ya hiki ta yitu ko hasia ka yitu tia ya tia ko ta ya titi ya ko tu tia ya ta ya tu ya ko ya ta ko ya titi ya ko ta ya titi hasia koto ya uka ya ta ya tu ya tika Yes, ko tia yo to ko tia ya to ke te do yes ko tia hu kia hi to ko ya tia yes ke ti to ko to ha ha hi ta ki kia hu to de yes ki tia yes ke hia hu to ya te tia ko tia ya ki ya te tia ko to yes kia tia ko to ya sikahia to ya hi kia ya to Yes, yeah, kia tia tukia, tu ye kia ya tuki te ya si tu ya kia ya tu kia sia ku dia ya tia ku tu ya tia ya ti o ko ha sia kia ho ya te ya ku tu ya ya sikia Yes, ya koto ya te kiti ya sikai ukoto. Yes, ya kiti ya uka ya te ya tia koto tia ya te ya tuku hu ya kia 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 sikai ya to ta ya tia. Yesika hita kia tia hito to ya. We are the Amazonian plant medicine that you were speaking of earlier, that you know as hape, but we are the plant beings that assist your health, assist your energies on the planet, that there are many purposes that we can be utilized for, that we are actually underutilized, that we can be connected with energetically, even if you are not in physical proximity with us, that you can energetically connect with our vibration, since we are all energetically connected. Every living being on the planet is connected in this way, and that this is something that humanity, much of humanity, is not aware of this connection, of this unity, of this oneness that we all share, for we are all from the one source of all that is, the one source of creation that we are all aspects of. And so we wish to make ourselves known more as far as how we can assist humanity to restore their balance that has been lost within the urbanized environments that you live in, that you have lost some of this connection to your natural home, that in the coming years, as those of you who are awakened or awakening to this connection, you will be able to feel our energies to a greater degree as you are out in nature, as you are connecting to the trees, the plants, the grass, to all the living beings around you, and that it will assist your health greatly, this connection, this knowledge of or remembrance of your natural resources that your beloved Gaia has given you in this shared environment, in this shared relationship we have with one another, that we are all meant to assist each other as brothers and sisters, all of the living beings that reside here upon the planet. So remember to reach out to us, to connect with our vibration, and to ask for our assistance to restore your balance, to help your remembrance of our connection, of our shared heritage upon our beloved earth. Wow. So that was cool. Yeah, because in our healing group earlier, some were asking, like, what is hape? And I pulled up an article and shared it with our group about the Amazonian, plant medicine known as hape.
Right.
And yeah, so that was interesting. Yeah, so as I was speaking the light language, I was kind of in my head like, who is this? Because it would seem different, new, and I kept getting Amazonian plant medicine, Amazonian plant medicine,
Wow, that's awesome.
and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
Just say it.
I'm
So
just
you know
gonna
what's
say it,
interesting?
and
I
yeah.
mean, that's like when, you know, the times where I'm like, oh, I'm like channeling, you know, the sky, you know, I mean, there's
Yeah.
some times where you're like, what am I saying? Like your ego still kind of like is sitting on the side, like, what are you
You're
talking about?
like, I'm gonna keep my ego out of this, you know, and just say
Yeah.
what I'm getting.
Excuse me. I feel like something coming up.
It was a clearing. You needed to clear that. I don't know how to say this, but the last couple of nights as I was doing all my integration and stuff, and you know, still getting those like jerky moments or whatever, and I'm doing it here again today, but that makes me laugh. But sometimes it's just like it just has to escape, like some of that older energy just has to kind of come out. So I mean, sometimes you'll find us, you know, coughing, sneezing, burping, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
We've just come to accept it, that, you know, that's just part of it. So to me, that just felt like it was like an energy that just needed to be released. And so
Yeah.
that kind of sound was just like, it just needed to be like, let go. And so you probably opened something up, opened up, you know, an aspect of your heart or whatever, and whatever you needed to release, that's where it went.
Yeah, no, it felt, could really feel like something was
Yeah.
bubbling up.
Yeah. Crazy. That's energy, right?
Yes. All right, let me give it one more try.
All right.
Ichika. Kumbra. Sorry.
Nothing to be sorry for. You you sent out some beautiful energy, and I could feel it, even though you weren't saying anything for some part of that. The energy was still being emitted. So it's, yeah, love. Yeah, whatever you got out and the toning that you started to do, that was beautiful too. So good job.
Thank you. No, that felt good.
Yeah, it was good. Good energy. I see that our friend Joan has joined us. I don't know if she wants to do any light language. See if I'll give her a moment, see if she wants to come on screen and say anything.
Or Donnie.
Oh, there she comes.
Okay.
All right.
Language. Hi, everyone. Hashkishkalis kunu halati hanakuli kiliskana halatutun nutuskut kutu alana teke ele kishkit kili hemikututututunata kit 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 kiri alutiano minuto masicham shali kilo oli kishkituna hadoli oli uli hinska halanit kununutu. Namaste.
Namaste.
That's so fun. All right, don't forget, ask for translation. See if you get any words.
Okay. You are all here together as one and have fun.
Okay.
That's
Thank
fine.
you. Perfect. Okay, 2 is going to channel first today. I hear Susan.
Kia siki ata tohi aia siki huhaia titikaya tu huhaia tihi haia ki ahu huhaia titiki ahu hua. Kia ia ki ahu ta iete a he tatu hua. Kia sia kia tu hi a hiti a kotati aia tia. Kia sio kota hei e kua hi hiti a i tu kutoha. Kia se kai tu koa hei te tia i kia o tu. Yes, the kōtaia tō ki te aia te kia uka. Yes, ia kia ki tō te tia uku. Yes, ka haia tō te aia i te a hiki a hoto ria i te aia ko te kai ko ta. Yes, ka ia tuku, we are the Leprechaun Collective. Yes, ka ia tō ia hia.
Welcome.
Mm.
Are
And
there any?
this one is asking for a spokesperson name. So we shall give her one. Torkelsen. Torkelsen. Torkelsen.
Welcome, Torkelsen.
We were honored to connect with you in Ireland. And yes, we do have a bit of a prankster nature as we enjoy having fun. And we wish to, I guess, expand your awareness of us by making our presence known to Joan so that she may share her experience with all of you to know of our presence. But we were with you throughout your trip, throughout your travels, throughout our country, and that the culmination of your trip with the singing, with the dancing, with the jovial atmosphere that you experience, not so much what this one experienced, as we were assisting her clearing, her purging of denser energies from within her being, from her ancestral lineage, from also energies that you were collectively picking up needed to be released in different areas in different ways, that you all had your own individual experiences, but that we brought our touch of magic to those experiences in your travels, whether you were fully aware of this or not.
Maybe not fully aware of it, but definitely aware of some of the games that were being played, the driving in circles and missed turns and some of those fun aspects. Or as we were trying to leave, how you tried to keep us there by making me go down the alley and fall.
Yes, we were just having a bit of fun, but we wish no harm to you.
Let me see if Joan has any questions about the leprechaun experience.
Greetings. Yes, I'm so excited about seeing a leprechaun at the hotel at the top of the shelf. But I mean, who are they and what are their names, and did they did that in purpose to show themselves to me, or
Yes,
it's just my eye open?
it was on purpose to help increase your awareness of us. And the individual names, there were three or four,
Or
present four.
I think the other one is a little one, but I don't know how it became little, but the other one is laying on the top of the shelves, and the other one is just standing on the end of the shelves. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure if the leprechaun is like a gnome.
yes, I'm getting that this is your leprechaun family that wishes to connect with you, and that is why that you were able to see them with your eyes. And let's see, getting that it was like a set of parents and then an older child and a younger child, like a more of an older youth and then a younger, which was probably the smaller one that you perceived. And let me see what their names are. The father's name is Bart, B-A-R-T. The mother is Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, or actually S-A-R-A, Sarah and Bart, and then the older child, which is a girl, is Lily, L-I-L-Y, Lily. And then the youngest one was a boy. I feel like he is playing games with his name.
Oh, there's a surprise.
I'm getting the name Ian, I-A-N.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. Do they have a message for me and for everyone.
That it's time for you to know about them and to increase your connection with them, reach out to them, to in your meditations, to connect with them and to feel their energies and ask for messages of love from them, for they wish you to just build your loving connection with them, similar to your connection with the gnomes, that they wish to be known and acknowledged as part of your family.
Mm. That makes sense. And I dream a lot. I mean, before, like, couple times the party of dreaming, and then I said in my dream that they should just make it happen for us for real. So I guess that was the last day of that last night, and it looks like they made the energies to come together. But sorry for Susan, she didn't make it.
Yes.
But is that arrangement from the Leprechaun for that party that we have to experience?
Yes, I mean, you were able to share those energies, that vibration, those light codes, those activations through the music, through the dancing, through that atmosphere. You were able to share those videos with this dear one and with the others in your group to help with passing that energy on, and which is a beautiful thing. And that is part of your purpose, as you know, is to share your heart vibration, to share your love with humanity and with those around you, near and far. And this was an example of you doing your purpose, if you wish to call it that, of holding the love, this loving space, loving vibration for humanity, that others are able to connect with you, and your energy helps to expand their hearts in great ways. And so continue to do this work. But the leprechauns were helping to raise that vibration of joy and happiness and expansion and love, and connection with one another through
And
the music, through the dancing, through the
Singing.
the singing, the sharing of this joyful experience with one another.
humor.
Yes.
There was
Making me humor, and then I don't know.
Just to
It makes me
play, to
laugh.
be in your joy,
I see.
and be in a
Beautiful.
playful energy.
there was one part in the night after we ate, or maybe we were waiting for our food, and all of a sudden Joan's aura just showed up really large for me. It was like very bright, and I was like, whoa. Was that leprechaun energy, or was that just her energy showing? And why did I get to see it that night?
It was her energy showing, but just the leprechaun energy was with you in the music, the dancing, the the collective energy in that place, that we were there with you.
Awesome.
Even if you couldn't necessarily see us with your eyes, but that we were helping to expand the collective energy of that place, of all of the people there.
Yeah.
Nice. We also were told that the four of us were family, and that we all sat at that table before, including Susan, even though she wasn't there. Were we people at the time? Or was the leprechaun family all part of our
You
aspect? too.
No, you were one of us. You were part of our collective, all of you, at one point in another life stream. But that was part of you reconnecting with us on this trip in the various places that you went. That is part of remembering your connection with us.
Was that me as Torkelsen?
Well, Torkelsen was not a leprechaun. That he was a gnome, correct?
I don't recall. We've
No, I
connected with so many beings.
I believe so. The Torkelsen was a gnome. But
Did any of our gnomes go with us on the trip too?
yes, the gnomes of Ireland were with you as well.
Because we had a lot of lucky incidents that, well, I don't know, maybe that was leprechaun energy that happened.
Yes.
And then I connected with Jade of the Sea, a dragon, an earth dragon.
Yes, he connected with many earth dragons in Scotland and in Ireland, in the various places that you traveled, that you were connecting with the earth dragons and helping to transmute some of the energies, the denser energies, in various locations that you were assisting the earth dragons with their work. And
Is that
yes,
why I was?
Jade was one of these.
Is that why I was getting those convulsions? Or because I was getting those convulsions, those spasms before I left, and then once I got there, every night I was having them where I was like waking up in a sweat and my body was jerking around, and even now it still kind of is jerking around still. But I get that that's still kind of like laying codes, transmuting, and just getting acclimated to the higher energy. But is there anything else you can tell us about that, or tell me about that?
Yeah, in your particular, I guess, bodily structure, that you are like a lightning rod in a sense, in that, or a tuning fork, where you are more, I guess, viscerally, physically feeling these vibrations as you are transmuting the energy as above, so below, or bringing in these light codes and anchoring them in, that you are able to hold higher vibrational energies than before, but it is causing this physical shaking sensation in your
It's okay, it's
system.
fun.
Yeah, it is just the energy is stronger, the energy is higher. And as you are acclimating to this energy, that it is, I guess, shaking your system more, as it is transmuting through you, or as you are transmuting this energy, or it's like stepping down higher voltages, higher levels of voltage of power, like a transformer.
Yes,
what you're
I was
understanding
just
as a
gonna
transformer,
say,
like you're
I was just gonna say, I
stepping
know
the
I'm a
energy
transformer.
down
Mhm.
into the, I guess, lower level of density of earth to anchor it in from the higher realms, the higher source, from the galactic central sun, for example.
I see. Now, right at the end, I think it's when we were at the airport. I saw Joan was talking to me, and I could see this translucent being in front of her talking to me at the same time. They said it was an aspect of her. Can we know who that or what that aspect was at this time?
It was her leprechaun aspect.
It was. I kept thinking, is that a gnome? Like my first thought was, is that a gnome? And I'm like, I don't think that's a gnome. What is that? Who am I looking at?
It was
Nice.
kind of like a multi-dimensional bleed through of her lifetime as a leprechaun. This, as you're connecting with your multi-dimensional selves, and especially on this trip, you were shifting dimensions quite readily and connecting in with more of your elemental aspects, and as this is one. And let me see. I'm getting that that you were a female leprechaun by the name of the name like Sheena, not Sheena, but Shin. It's actually spelled like shine. Like Shine. But pronounced more like Shanae. Shanae.
Shanae. Right?
It's
Sinead.
spelled like
Sinead.
shine, but pronounced like Shanae.
Cool. All right, let's see if Radha has any questions. Do you have any questions, Radha?
Sure. I wanted to, oh, hello. Could you tell me a little bit about what life is like as a leprechaun? Like, what's your day-to-day activities, your role?
We do utilize what you know as sacred geometry or magical transmutation, transformation of base minerals into higher elements such as gold and silver and copper that we utilize in our daily lives for ornamentation, for different implements that we use in our, for building our living structures, for cooking, what you would consider cooking, or preparation of food, our foodstuffs. But more of that, what we consume is energetic creations, since it is of a different vibration. It is less dense as what you know in the third dimensional planes, that we are able to more create with our minds through our thought forms what our day-to-day life experiences are. But we do have our villages, our communities, our families, similar to what you have, but we are in greater harmony with other nature beings, with our Mother Earth, our Gaia, as you call her, that we do are greater in touch with what we are capable of creating, that you have forgotten or are coming into remembrance of what your creative abilities are, what you are capable of creating, that you are creating your existence, your reality, and that this is something that we are in full conscious awareness of, that we have never forgotten this, and that we were able to shift into a more diminutive form when the Galactics invaded our lands, that we did not wish to have conflict, that we wish to maintain peace with these invaders, that we were able to shift into a smaller bodily form, into another dimensional reality in a sense, so that we could live the lives that we wish to live in peace, in harmony with the natural world, and not have a conflict or an overlap of dimension with these invaders, that we were able to remain hidden and continue our lives without needing to, I guess, interact with these others. And that way we did not need to leave our beloved home. That we
Interesting.
were willing to adapt, to change and transform, yet maintain the same lifestyle, if you will, and have the same structure within our communities, and not have to change as much other than more our physical forms and shifting of our reality, our dimensional reality.
Have I ever had a lifetime as a leprechaun?
I'm getting no, that you were more of the fairy realm.
Yes,
That
I've been
you
told
have,
that.
yes, that you have fairy energy, and that I see you had several lifetimes as a fairy, and also as a tree elf.
Oh,
Yes. But flower fairies, yes.
wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Blessings.
Getting that you have a connection with roses and sunflowers.
Mm.
And balsam fir trees. As when you were a tree elf. I'm getting that was in England.
And I believe lilies in France.
Yes, I'm feeling that French connection. Yes, lilies. Yes, that is true.
Wonderful. I can't wait to remember all of this.
I know, right? So the other night I got up to go to the bathroom, and as I got out of bed, I caught out of the corner of my eye like light, like just a light flash in my room. And I was like, okay, I remember them saying I was going to start seeing things out of the corner of my eye. and I definitely saw it out of the corner of my eye. But what was that, or who shone that light on me or in my room for me to see?
I'm getting it was your brownies from your garden,
Oh,
but they were in your home at the time, or they had snuck in when you had come in for the night. But they were, yeah, just making their presence known.
very nice. Well, hello to the brownies. Can you give us any additional insights on Bob's role there? Because it's the first time he's agreed to take a kind of sacred journeys trip with me, even though I keep asking him.
He was there as a grounding influence, as a stabilizing influence to help ground your energies, to help provide structure, stability, and to assist with your travels to the various places that you needed to go. Because perhaps without his presence, that you may have not had his driving ability to bring you to those various locations where you needed to be. So he was very influential in the transportation of all of you to where you needed to be. And he also,
He was the muscle behind the luggage.
yes, but he also had his own ideas, his own inspirations that we had some influence in, as far as some of the sites where he had the idea to travel to upon your journey, that he was able to share his own inspirations
Surprises.
that he received. He may not have known that those of us of the elemental realm had some influence in those inspirations, but that it also helped connect him at a heart level with his childlike joy, his playfulness, his creativity in having the freedom of spirit, having this playful sense of, like, where shall we go to next? What shall we discover next? And just being open to wherever his inner guidance, inspired him to go, or sharing his ideas of where to go with all of you, and then having you connect your joy and excitement.
Yes, he was full of surprises day one.
Yes, and it was a great joy to all of you, wasn't it?
It really was.
And so it was beneficial for him to connect in this more childlike, playful sense of himself, in being inspired, being creative, being led from moment to moment by his greatest joy, his greatest inspiration. And so, just as you were all connecting with yourselves in this way, that it was also very beneficial for him and something that he greatly needed, but that he helped provide the driving force, literally driving, but just the kind of the momentum, the force behind some of your some of the locations that you traveled to. Like, he helped provide that inspiration, that momentum, to go to these various places that perhaps you may have not traveled to otherwise.
Yeah. Now I know that all of us felt a very strong connection up near when we were at the Giants Causeway and actually Carricker Reed Bridge. Something about the Carricker Reed Bridge felt very magical. And I think that's when I connected
Yes.
with Jade. But why is Jade an earth dragon, but Jade of the sea?
It's the connection between the earth and the sea. So even though she's an earth dragon, she is an earth dragon in areas where the sea meets the earth.
Meets the cliffs, yeah. I
Yes.
talked with the cliffs, yeah.
So that is her connection, that it is where the earth meets the sea.
And I kept saying, they kept calling that one part camel, and I was like, that's a dragon. Was that
Well,
Jade?
no, that wasn't her necessarily, but
Her energy.
there is some dragon energy. And she is not the only
Yeah.
dragon that is connected to the sea, but along that coastline there is that dragon energy of the earth dragon, in a sense, as the earth was formed in ancient times and how it met the sea. In a sense, yeah, there is a certain energetic connection as the sea meets the earth, and that the earth dragons of that region are very active, as she is one of many.
Beautiful. Now there was a night that we played with lights when we were at the Brown Trout, and we were,
And your galactic brothers and sisters responded.
Yes. But which galactic? Were there more than one besides Sirius? Were they the Arcturians as well?
Yeah, I got Arcturian right away, but also Palladian.
Well, hopefully they enjoyed all of our energies, because I think we all had the light, the lights,
Yes.
plural.
No, they enjoyed connecting with you or making their presence known.
Now I've noticed at night now when I go to look up at the stars, I have like this kind of this watery feeling in my right ear. What is happening with that? Am I just hearing higher vibrations?
It's like waves of energy that you're connecting to from
Cool.
Yeah, from those on ships.
Wow. Now there was one magical night that happened where Joan, Bob, and I were out late, and Susan, because she wasn't feeling good, was back in her room. Now we had all gone back to our room around midnight, maybe something like that, and we're in the room. And then anyway, I left, and so, but Susan woke up and Joan was missing. What happened? Where did Joan go? She wasn't in her bed. She said the bed was completely made. And Joan's like, what are you talking about? I was in the bed.
She was on ship with the Arcturians.
She was on ship.
Yes.
Now we also heard that there were some elves or magical expression that was happening as well, that they had hidden her. Was that part of the case too?
She was in a different dimensional reality.
How exciting.
But I'm not. Let's see.
You getting what she was doing on ship? Was that where the party was? Because I went to a party too. It was a little different party.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily getting that the elves hid her, that it was more like a teleportation type experience. onto the ship. But that it was more the dimensional reality that this one was tapping into. It was that she was not in her bed in that reality, I guess you could say. But that there was another, I guess, timeline, another dimension where she was physically still in bed. But this was not the one that this one experienced, the reality this one experienced. But yeah, she was on ship for her planning activities for upcoming earthly shifts, earth changes, more energetic changes, that some of which you have heard of, that there is some planning activities going on how to assist humanity during these energetic shifts, and that she herself has also been processing a lot of energy in her physical structure in preparation for this, to
Very cool.
acclimate herself so that she may then assist others that will be going through similar physiological changes.
Perfect. And were the rest of us playing with the galactics on ship too?
In more of your astral travels, from time to time, you are all experiencing time on ships, various ships that you are associated with.
Cool. Now, is there anything that happened during that trip that we missed, that was like right in front of our face and we missed it?
Some of yeah, some of your experiences did not require for you to, I guess, be consciously aware of everything that was going on, but it was more of energetic work that you were doing, that you perhaps were not always consciously aware of. You may have felt certain like zaps in your body of energy or
Yeah.
things of that nature, not fully understanding what was happening, but it wasn't necessarily required that you consciously understand it, that you at a soul level know what you are contracted here to do, the work that you have agreed to. So it wasn't anything that you missed, or or if there's things that you weren't consciously aware of, it was meant that you not be consciously aware of it, that it was more easier on your mental construct for you not to know, for you not to remember some things.
Yeah, I had the feeling we were clearing past lives where maybe we were the aggressors as well. So
yes, and that the end purpose, the end result was, I guess, the goal, the purpose, and not so much that you needed to fully understand every detail of what was being released or what you were perhaps experiencing in other dimensions, things of that nature. That all was in divine order. So there is nothing that was lacking, nothing that was missed, nothing that was out of order. That everything that needed to occur is what occurred, and so do not feel like that you missed anything.
okay. I just wanted to see if there was something that was like, like you should have noticed this, or this needs to be brought to your attention. But okay, good to know. Rhoda has some questions.
Yeah, I was wondering, while the girls were on the trip to Ireland, I happened to go to Chichen Itza. What was the purpose of my going to Chichen Itza at that time?
It was to connect with your Mayan lifetimes,
Oh,
and that you were there to connect with the pyramid there, or pyramids in that area, connect your energy so that you could return with certain, I want to say earth codes as opposed to light codes. Earth codes from your ancient connection to that region so that you could return to where you are now to anchor them in.
fascinating.
And also to, I guess, integrate into your consciousness, which will become more apparent with time, some of your remembrances of your Mayan connection, Mayan lifetimes. Your awareness will continue to expand and open for you. Just be open and receptive and ask your guides, your light team, to help expand your understanding of your Lemurian connections, your Mayan connections, your ancient gifts from those times that will continue to be activated within you, and your understanding of these aspects of yourself will continue to grow. So just be open and receptive to them.
I will. Thank you so much for this information. I had a feeling all this was going on, but I didn't realize I had a mind connection. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
As a priest and a priestess, different lifetimes, but that you were connected to, had a great knowledge of astronomy, of the stars, of different astronomical cycles, earthly cycles, that you were able to, I guess, map out in relation to earthly changes like crop cycles, things of that nature, that you were able to share this knowledge with your, with the Mayan community, if you will, as a priestess, like a shaman, but that you held the knowledge of the stars during those lifetimes, and how they applied to earthly life.
Wonderful.
I think before we left, we thought that we would be doing Stargate work while we were there, or opening portals. Did we do that while we were in either Scotland or Ireland?
Yes, some of the physical sensation, the zapping, the shaking, these energy sensations within the body were actually in a sense energy connecting with different portals within the body. Let's see. You were doing Stargate work more in astral, but it was mainly, yeah, like there was, as the energies were coming in, they were connecting into portals within your bodily structure for the transmutation work that you were doing. So the different areas where you were having these physical sensations were actually portals within your auric field where these energies were coming in, and that you were transmuting or transforming this energy to do either clearing work or either energy clearing or energy anchoring into the earth.
And then, thank you. And then my last question is related to the skulls that we ended up getting from Jerry and the other crystals. So there was this one beautiful yellow skull that came out, and Joan was looking at it, and I saw it sitting there, and I grabbed it right away. I was like quick as lightning, like it. I don't know. He just sat it out. And I was like, and I grabbed it and I pulled it to me really quick. And then I was like, oh, Joan was looking at that, and I put it back down. But why did I have that reaction to that particular crystal?
In a sense, it's Joan is meant to be the keeper of that crystal skull, but that you yourself do have a energy connection with that skull, and that the three of you can work together energetically, or that you can tap in or channel messages from that skull to share with Joan and others, that you have that telepathic channeling connection with your skulls. And this is something that you can connect with others' skulls to channel messages, or something that would also help with Joan in learning to channel as well with her skull, that it is something that you can perhaps, in a sense, mentor Joan in her channeling of messages with this particular skull. So it's almost like you will have kind of like a mentoring connection as far as
Yeah, I heard.
Helping to open Joan more to her channeling ability, and that this skull can be like an intermediary as one that Joan can work with in practicing and honing her channeling skills, but that also you can help provide confirmation in messages that you receive as well from the same skull.
Yeah, I heard her name Lara. Lara. I think it's Lara, Lara.
Yes. So I feel like the three of you are meant to work together, but it's to help, in a sense, for Joan to continue to open up her channeling abilities by her connecting with messages from the skull, but in a sense, you can also provide telepathic, I guess, confirmation from messages that you receive as well.
Thank you. First off, thank you so very much for all the information you shared tonight. And we're so excited to be connected with our Leprechaun families again.
Yes.
And to remember to leave little gifts for them. And I know we've been doing gifts for the gnomes of, like, you know, crystals and apples and pennies. Are there anything in particular that the leprechauns, aside from gold, or maybe it is only gold?
Yeah, I want to say that you can all ask to connect with your leprechaun families, your leprechaun aspects, similar to what you have done with the gnomes. And yeah, as far as gifts for us, we like it when you leave bird seed. When you leave bird seed out, that this is something that's not only is beneficial for the birds, but that we also like to consume etherically. But we also like copper pennies, that we find joy in that. And if you cannot share actual gold or minerals, that we do like crystals, such as the seed crystals that you shared with us on your trip, that if you have ones that are left over, you may share it within your immediate environment out in nature amongst the trees and your flower pots and plants, and that we will partake, enjoy them if you share them out in your natural environment or within your homes. If you have a particular place, an altar or space where you like to share your gifts with the gnomes, you can also set up a similar area for your leprechaun family,
Okay.
perhaps separate.
Yes, beautiful.
So that they're not that we don't aren't open to sharing with the gnomes, but it is nice to have our own
Honoring, yes.
our own gathering space for these gifts, and that you may ask for our assistance as you gift these items to us. But yeah, I would say seed crystals or gifts of bird seed
Okay.
and
Beautiful.
and copper pennies.
Copper pennies will do. All right. Thank you so very much. Have a beautiful evening, and we will chat with you in our dreams.
Yes. And I will
And thank
leave
you
you
for the channel.
with an Irish blessing from the leprechauns.
Thank you.
Te sikati au hukaya te hi tuko haya sia kuha hia hita hia te ia koho ai te ia te koto hazi hia huhu ai te ki te koto to hia ia te ki ho sakati te koto he te ia te tuko huahi hia ia te koto a sika hia kuhu hai te ia kuhu hia te ia koto te hita Hasika te ia i o ko taia hia tuku haia tutu ia i te ki te kutu ia i tutu hasika hi ki te kutu ia i tutu hasi e ki e tu kutu ki ia te ia tutu ia ia ki a i te kutu hi siki te ki always remember to play siki te ia huko ia te hasika ia i tuku ia hi siki e joy laugh hi sikaya tuta ia ki te Yes, siki tiaia, express your happiness always. Siki yayo koto. Ha siki kaya to kutu ki te ai ki. Ha siki a hi te tia sukotoya. Blessings.
Blessings.
Wow, that was amazing.
That really
Yeah.
was amazing.